Hi everybody, it's Sherry with Cards and More by Sherry and the Supply Garden, here for day 4 of our 12 days of Christmas. Now, so far you've seen me work with paper, and that's about all you've seen me work with, but today we're going to make jewelry from inexpensive buttons and findings that you may already have around your house. Here's what we're going to make are these cute little dangle button earrings. Now, this is a pair that I've just made. These are with antique bronze findings and some beautiful turquoise and brown and peachy colored buttons, and as you can see they dangle really nicely and have some nice movement to them. Today we're going to make a Christmassy pair, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. We're going to make a red and green pair. You're going to need, for the way that I'm making them, you're going to need 2 larger buttons, and then you're going to need 4 of 2 different colors of buttons. Now I've got 2 8mm jump rings, and I've got 8 7mm jump rings, silver plated, and silver plated earring wires. You're going to need 2 pair of, where's the camera? There it is. 2 pair of flat nose pliers, whatever you've got. Okay? That's what you're going to need to open the jump rings with. Now, if you've never worked with jump rings before, the proper way to open them is side to side. Okay? You see where the opening is? Gosh, that won't. Okay? We're going to open that side to side, not pull it apart. Okay? So we're going to go with this kind of a motion to open it. Alright? Then we're going to slide one of our large buttons on. And you want to make sure you're using a jump ring that's big enough to accommodate your buttons. Okay? Got that on. I'm going to just do the same reverse motion back. And sometimes you'll hear kind of a click. Did you hear that? When your jump ring hits? And just kind of wiggle it just a little bit to make sure that you're in there good. Okay, so there's our button. And we're going to repeat that with the other large button. Again, I'm using an 8mm jump ring, but you'll want to use whatever size that you need that's going to accommodate the size of buttons that you have, because this is a real flexible type of project here that you can change the size of buttons, the colors. Obviously you can completely personalize it. Alright, so there's our 2 big ones. Now we're going to take our smaller jump rings. I'm trying to figure out why I keep missing the camera. There we go. Alright, now because we're using different colors, I want to make sure that I don't have a red against the big red. So I'm going to start with a green one. Again, same process to open that jump ring, side to side. I'm going to slide on one of my little green buttons, and then before I close that, I'm going to thread on the larger button and then close it. Okay? Now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to pick up one of the smaller red buttons. And I love working with these translucent plastic buttons because they kind of look like stained glass when the light hits through them. Alright, now we have the red one on. We're going to hook it onto the jump ring that has the green button on it. Maybe. Okay, see how I've hooked that to the green one? And then we'll close that jump ring. Now you're going to pick up your next green one, and I try to look and see kind of how the buttons are falling side to side, and I try to hang them on the opposite side so that they make a prettier cascade. You see how this one's kind of hanging off to that one side, so I'm going to try to attach this on the other side of the jump ring so it'll hang opposite. And close that, and then one more red one, This is my first jewelry one I've made, you guys. I'll get better about staying in the camera, I hope. Open your jump ring. Put your button on. Thread that onto that last green one that we just put on, and don't close it just yet. Whoopsie. Okay, it helps if you get a hold of the button that you're trying to attach to and then slide it on. Alright, now before we close this one, we're going to take our earring wire and see the little loop right there? Right there? Okay, we're going to slide that onto the jump ring that we just put on. Close that up. And there, my friends, is our little earring. Okay, see how the colors alternate, and why I started down here with the green, so that that's a green next to the red, so it's every other. Alright, let's do that again and see if I can stay in the camera better with you. We've got our large one that we put our big jump ring on. So now we're going to pick up, sorry guys, I'm having trouble staying in the camera. Pick up a green one, add it on, and slide on your large button that we did. Close that jump ring. Now we're going to pick up a red one. These make great stocking stuffers. You could, I mean, if you're making them for yourself, you can make a huge wardrobe of earrings that will be color coordinated with anything that you want. Okay, so we've got a red one. Now we're going to put it on that green one that we just did. Slide it on and close your jump ring. Pick up our last green one. Once you get that motion of opening those jump rings, this will be a breeze for you. Look and see kind of how that other green one's hanging, and so we'll try to go to the opposite side and attach it to the red one. And then pick up our last red one. Oops. Remember, you're not going to close this until you get everything on here now. Okay, so we got the button on. We're going to attach it to that last green one that we put on. And then we're going to slide the earring wire on there and close that jump ring. And there you have a pretty little pair of Christmassy earrings that you made with your own two little hands. And of course, there's just such a huge array of buttons. This is just a little bit of what I have. I have vintage, but these are all vintage buttons from my grandmother, believe it or not. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little project. Even if you're not used to making jewelry, this is something very simple to do. Just with some buttons, some jump rings, and an ear wire is all you need, and your flat nose pliers. I hope you have fun. Make a bunch of earrings. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you on the next installment of the 12 Days of Christmas. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.